Medical establishment's list of pandemic sins is pretty long, but the most egregious is their reckless disregard for our kids' safety. The FDA released alarming findings that 12 to 15-year-olds given the Pfizer vaccine experienced serious adverse effects at a rate 8 times higher than what Big Pharma previously reported. How convenient. Now, likewise, data out of Canada shows that among 20 to 29-year-olds, the risk of serious harm from the AstraZeneca vaccine is 37.5% greater than getting severely ill from COVID. Now, imagine the risk to even younger people. Here with me now is Jay Bhattacharya, professor of medicine at Stanford, who has a piece coming out tomorrow with another star, Dr. Martin Kulldorff, on this very topic. Dr. Bhattacharya, why is this data being ignored?
I mean, it really shouldn't be. The risk that children face from COVID itself is vanishingly small. And this is an emergency use vaccine, and we don't know all of its characteristics. Data are coming out to suggest that myocarditis risk, for instance, does happen in children. If there's even any risk at all for this vaccine in children, why give it to them is the argument I'd make. I say wait and see rather than rush forward with this. It doesn't make much sense.
Now, Jerome Adams, you might remember him, the former Surgeon General.
That's not right, unfortunately. I mean, I respect Dr. Adams quite a bit, but I think he just got this wrong. The rate of which kids suffer from COVID is very low. More kids died last year of the flu than died of COVID. Whereas the risk of the vaccines, we already are seeing, for instance, in Israel, I think the rate of myocarditis in kids given the vaccine is somewhere in the order of 1 in 5,000. I mean, it's basically you're balancing a very, very low risk of benefit against even small risk of harm would tilt you to say no. Now, if you're older, of course, the vaccine is a good idea because the risk of COVID is so bad. If you were to get it, the vaccine, you could accept some side effects because you prevent it at bad risk. For children, the calculation is completely different. So I'm not sure what Dr. Adams is talking about there.
Well, the UK, it seems like it's pretty wary about vaccinating children. The Daily Telegraph reporting that experts on the Joint Committee of Vaccination and Immunization are expected to make a recommendation against the vaccination of under 18s. Now, the statement said to say more time is needed to assess the studies. But meanwhile, I just heard tonight, Dr. Bhattacharya, that in Washington, D.C., a very prominent Catholic school named Gonzaga is going to be requiring students who enroll to have the COVID vaccine. That's a private Catholic institution putting parents in a very difficult position.
Yeah, so colleges have done that around the country as well, mandating vaccines for young people. I think in a situation like this where we have an emergency use vaccine, it really is unethical to mandate it. I mean, it can be a personal decision. If you're so very scared of COVID as a 20-year-old, maybe you take it. I can understand that. But as a leader of innocent